Any questions? Actually, curiosity is exactly what I want to talk about, and specifically how we don't question when we probably should. I used to live in New York, and I like to tell a joke about Canadians that went, how do you get 40 Canadians out of a swimming pool? You say, please get out of the swimming pool. Because Canadians tend to do what we're told. We tend to do what's right, what's expected, but sometimes that gets us into trouble. And it actually reinforces a set of problems that most humans have. Let me explain. We just saw a couple of different political campaigns on two sides of a border that really focused on the negative. One of them was Make America Great Again. The undercurrent of that was, it's no good, it's terrible, it needs fixing. We saw one here at home, right? Canada's broken was a message that about 47% of Canadians bought. Is Canada broken? I just want to give some stats to you on that, just to give you the other side of that equation, in case all of the headlines that you've seen have made you think that we're in terrible shape. You might have seen a lot of data around GDP. I'm going to set aside a really long, boring discussion about why GDP is not necessarily the best way to measure a country, but just say the one that you've seen is GDP per capita, per person. And you might have even seen the headline that says, per capita, Canada is as poor as the poorest American state, which is Alabama. So let's just dig into that a little bit. Are we as poor as Alabama? Did any of you, when you saw that, think, that doesn't seem right? Are we as poor as Alabama? Well, first of all, in the face of it, no. In the sense that per capita is an interesting measure. It says how we're all doing theoretically. The problem, of course, in Canada is that we have had record levels of immigration. So in the last few years, we've had 3.5 million new Canadians, which PS means that we're the only developed country at the moment without a demographic problem. So there's the glass half full side of that equation. But it also means that the GDP is divided among more people for a period of time. So it looks bad for a period of time. But what you don't get told, along with that headline, is that every 1% increase in the adult population increases GDP over the long term by 2%. So we're investing in something. All right, let's think of other measures. Because remember, we're supposed to be Alabama, but it doesn't feel like Alabama. In fact, on world happiness rankings, Canada is #1 in G7 countries. We're 18th in the whole world, but among our peer countries, we're the happiest. And that's measuring things that we care about. Social connectivity, things like your health and well-being, your confidence in the justice system. These are all tangible things that don't show up in economists' charts.